Well, I've spent literally the past 72 hours in like a fugue state because this law passed in Utah that is
Mhm.
claiming to protect child influencers. That's not
Okay.
what it does. That's not what it does, okay? It's a free speech law. It's a censorship bill. It is going to be used to censor all content creators, journalists, documentarians in the state. It is an incredibly poorly written, irresponsible, ridiculous law in line with all of these other laws that we're seeing the government try to pass to protect children. None of them are about protecting children. It's all about censorship and passing things like age verification so that they can tie your offline identity to your online behavior, removing anonymity from the internet. But yeah, there's every single stupid headline. If you Google Utah influencer bill, you'll just see this breathless coverage
Mhm.
from people that, by the way, I called the co-sponsor of the bill. I was like, can you explain this stuff? Like, what does the bill say? He goes, I didn't write the bill. You should call a lawyer and have them explain. I don't
Oh
know.
boy.
You wrote the fucking bill. And yeah, and it's a terrible, terrible, terrible bill. It doesn't do anything that it says. It doesn't regulate family vloggers. It regulates all content creators in the state. It strips agency away from minor content creators. And it doesn't even do what it claims to do. It's like the predication for all of this was this horrible case of Ruby Franke, who is a woman who abused her children and had a family vlogging channel. Guess what? She's indicted. She's sentenced to, I think it's like 15 years in prison or something. The only reason that we have that record of the abuse is her YouTube channel. And the only reason we know about that abuse is honestly these other journalists on YouTube documenting the abuse.
Interesting.
Under this new law, the journalists documenting the abuse are going to have their content potentially censored, and it's going to make it harder. So this idea that every child online is exploited is insane. The vast, 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 vast majority of content from children on the internet is legitimate speech from children. It's kids between the ages of 13 to 18 making their voices heard online. And that's what they really want to take away. And that's what these bills are about.
Right. I mean, that's sort of the entire premise behind a lot of like Republican driven, like protect children, all the anti-trans legislation.
It's Democrats. The Democrats are,
oh, well, now you done burst my bubble. I can't, now that you've said something bad about Democrats, I don't know if you should come back on this show anymore. That's upsetting. Okay, well, so that's my question is, who's behind it? Like, who wants these kinds of bills, right?
Well,
is it the tech companies?
Yeah, well, tech companies don't care because the burden is 100% on users. It's silencing users' speech. So they don't even care. It's like how, Meta is like, yeah, good, age verification. That's going to be Apple's problem. We don't, no, I mean, like, who's behind it? These terrible reactionary groups and these morons online that are just feeding a social panic by being like, oh my God, children are being exploited. Like, what are you even talking about?
So you're saying it could actually make children's safety worse?
It will. It only not in like all these things that these people say that they're against, which they're like, how dare parents, post their children online? It's like, okay, well, that's not illegal. Just to be clear, that's speech. And any law that you want to make, like this law has a takedown notice. When the child becomes 18, they can file to have content taken down if it causes them emotional harm, whatever the hell that means. Sorry, I keep cursing. I'm so mad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's good.
So say they appear in a police video, in the background of a video about police violence. That content can be taken down. They can take down legitimate journalistic speech because it causes them emotional harm, which is a highly subjective term.
How do you think, Taylor, give us, like, if you were to craft this legislation, like what's the right way to do it?
Exist. Ruby Franke's behind bars. We didn't need a law. It's just this moral panic where people are like, child influencing is evil. It's like, you guys have never even talked to anyone that grew up on a family vlog. Let me tell you, I've talked to many people. 99% of them are completely, like, they're not exploited.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, some of them are, yes. But guess, you know what? Another thing that's horrible, like, let me give you an example, what these laws don't solve. And by the way, one of the main girls that keeps testifying at all these state age influencer legislations, her mother embarrassed her for years on Facebook. It's actually horrible. She was definitely abused.
I think I read her story. Yes.
Horrible story. But the mom was not an influencer. The mom was just oversharing on Facebook.
That's right.
That's bad parenting. It's horrible.
Exactly.
But it's not. But it's like, you can't legislate any speech. They want to control speech, and you have these dumbass Democrats and liberals and people that consider themselves progressive getting on board with it, thinking they're being feminist, like child should be paid for their labor. Sure, if it was just about payment, maybe, although there's all these weird payment things that end up chilling speech, because under this law now, say you produce a documentary about a child that might be I don't know, a teenage activist or someone like Greta Thunberg, right? Or maybe a school shooter, right? You make a 5-part YouTube series. Now you have to establish a trust and pay the subject of your reporting because they're a minor.
Right.
Which is just going to make it harder for journalists to do their job. Or say you want to cover high school sports and there's a star athlete that appears.
Sure.
Just the whole thing is like, it's not going to do what they think it's going to do.
Yeah.
So how would I fix this law? Crack down on actual abuse. We have
expand child protection services to actually function the way they're supposed to function.
And by the way, you know what Utah just did? Like, it's just like, I want people to look at all the other laws that Utah has passed recently. Like, please look at them.
Fluoride.
Well, I didn't even know about the fluoride thing. But one big law.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of toothless child influencers, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I mean, that stuff, it's like, that is not even on my radar. I'm just thinking of like the tech stuff. I mean, one thing that they did recently is, they banned all LGBTQ flags from schools. I'm sure that's going to protect children. They passed an anti-DEI bill prohibiting any sort of diversity efforts. They're mandating that all smartphones and tablets have, I don't even know if I can say the word porn, but porn filtering software.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm going to get something I'm so scared of like demonetization.
No. First of all, you've already dropped a few F-bombs. Okay, it's fine. No, I'm kidding. No, it's all good. It's the bitchuation room, girl.
Yeah, just none of this is going to protect children. And if you think that's what these laws are about, you're an idiot, Rube. And if you're on TikTok being like, yay, they passed a social media influencer bill, it's not going to do anything. It's certainly not going to do the things that you think it's going to do.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuationroom. Do it.